Oops, wrong camera. There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. Trying a little new to set up here, so good evening, Dermot. Good evening, Christopher. We're streaming in a little bit of different setup today, just to get the experience of playing a retro game here out on a modern machine. So this is streaming on my actual modern computer, so let's see how this setup go. Ah, there you go. I was thinking about diet soda tonight, I suppose, but... aspartame. So as you probably saw from the thumbnail and from even Ted, and Zoe's here as well, at the ready. As you probably saw from the thumbnail, we're going to play a retro boomer shooter, right? There's many of those that have been coming around lately. Unipixel. Ah, yes, I know that you're quite a fan of this game, and I've heard enough of good things. In my testing, a good game is good when you start testing it, and you don't want to stop playing it for the testing. You just kind of keep playing it, like, oh crap, I got to do other stuff too. I was testing the ray tracing settings in this game, so... to be clear, we're playing this on my modern computer with a RTX 3060 Ti, which means we'll be able to do ray tracing. And, ray tracing is a heavy technology, costs a lot of extra power, but you play it at 1024 by 768. Surprise, you can crank those settings like nothing. So that's what we're doing, because we're actually playing on a CRT. Because I wanted to have the full 4:3 aspect ratio enjoyment, if you will, by playing a game that, it doesn't even take inspiration from almost like it. It's just almost like a direct sequel to your Hexens and Heretic and all the boomer shooters from that era. It's like, I think, the Voodoo 5 has surprised me in performance, actually. Maybe it could do. I did kick that idea around, too, because it was a heck of a time to getting Ion Fury to work with... which fortunately runs on eDuke, so there's some trickery you can do there, right? To get that to run on an older machine like Windows XP. But this, I don't think I didn't think about that too, because I want to do that. It's fun to play some of these games. The problem is when they're making these retro throwbacks games, right? They're using modern engines and all the modern stuff and the modern DirectX, and this is the X12 with the ray tracing to give you an idea. So, and no, I realize I'm taking your joke away now by taking it apart. So that's what I do. Anyway, no, it's a modern machine. You'll see the specs in a bit. It's just my normal modern rig, so I apologize for any streaming hiccups, because, again, I haven't streamed directly from my regular machine that much, if at all, especially on a CRT now, so in my testing it was fine, but if there's any problems, or audio levels are off, or the window is blank, just let me know. I'll tweak it as we go along, but this game is really, really cool. I'm impressed by this game. For what little I've played so far, I'm really impressed. It really is a true throwback with all the good stuff you expect from a shooter from this era. So this came out in 2018, I think? And then the ray tracing update came out this last year, I'm pretty sure. But it plays very naturally playing old boomer shooters like that, I have to say. We will launch it first, otherwise it will not... Let's see, RTX support... And not until I launch it does it start capturing it, so it has to do with just the way it's set up. And then we will see. There it is. Aha. I need these, otherwise I won't be able to... I've heard very good things about Elden Ring, that it's, kind of the next gen of open world games. Like, it's got so many good things going for it, so... There we go, there's even audio now. So we can go into and continue. I already have a game going, but we'll start a new one, of course. But so yeah, for the video settings, we're running at 1024, because that's what the default resolution of the monitor I'm playing on, which is I was gonna say it's like a Dell 17-inch. Like, it's a pretty late generation. I know this camera's terrible. Dollars for that compared to the DSLR I'm filming myself with, but it's a pretty late generation, like 2003, 2004 CRT at the very end, and you can't really see the scan lines on it at all, but it's a very, very clear picture. It's hard to describe it from this viewing angle, but it's a really good picture, and it goes very well with one of these games like this that, you have a lot of cool colors and reflections and stuff going on, so... I'm just seeing it's basically an HDMI to VGA dongle. That's it. You just basically plug in that and plug in the monitor, and boom, then Windows detects it, and you just set... Now, to play on it, I basically just set it as a primary monitor, because most games won't let you pick what monitor you have. The ones that do, it works, but I found it's easier before streaming here or playing. Switched that to the primary engine, or primary one, so... yeah, the 3060 Ti just got DisplayPort and HDMI both, so makes it pretty simple. I mean, literally just an adapter. It has an input for 5 volts, but I didn't even use it. I literally just plug in HDMI and then plug in the VGA cable from this monitor, and boom, it's connected and detected and good to go. Like, it even detects the model and everything, so it just works. So getting CRT support inside of Windows 10 is actually quite easy, at least from NVIDIA. I don't know how it is on the AMD. I'm not going to speak to that. I said I don't know for sure, but I would imagine it's similar. It's kind of how Windows 10 handles it, right? So, okay. As far as settings then, we're running at the native resolution of the monitor, which is 1024. Not native, but suggested resolution. This is a standard, like, workstation of the era monitor, right? It's not a high-performance, like, graphic design monitor, so... But it's great for playing games on. I do have the frame limits at a 60. It can, of course, run higher. I was trying to match that with the capture and match it with the CRT, blah, blah, blah. Shouldn't matter. You won't see higher than 60 in the stream anyway. I am running with DLSS. I noticed that if I didn't have DLSS on, a lot of the filtering or texturing looked really bizarre. So we'll just run with DLSS since we're running on epic quality settings. And then on RT, which is really hard to see. This is not a great design of the screen here, but it also might be because it's shrunk down so much due to the resolution, right? So we are running with RT reflections on, with the entire screen reflective. Shadows are on. We have max shadows cranked. We have light boost and reflection boost to make them even more apparent, if you will. You'll see my specs here now on my main machine, including the CRT listed there. Yeah, that's what I discovered too, like the dithering, you're right. It seemed like it's really weird. It didn't look right at all. I turned it off thinking like, well, I have the horsepower. And for those unfamiliar with, maybe I'm preaching to the choir here now, but DLSS is NVIDIA's like super sampling technology, right? That offloads some of the stuff to run at a low resolution and upscaled, and gives you a performance boost for not much of a visual degradation, really. So, you know, quote-unquote free performance, which is very useful for ray tracing, which that's a very heavy task to run on a modern card. So, good evening, Nico. Welcome. So yeah, we're running on the max settings, basically. And that allows us to main campaign, and boom. And it makes it looks really, really good. That's all I can say. So it's hard to describe like exactly, but it's just the colors in this game are awesome when they're being ray traced like that. So yeah, let me know how the volume is on the game and everything, because I'm tweaking that still, since I haven't really done this before on my regular modern machine. So if it's really off, too low, once we start playing, just let me know. Or if it's too loud. I'm used to having a volume control now directly, so yeah, you get then, you know, the shadow. Now, of course, this is pixelated quality by design, right? That's how the game is designed. But now you can see the shadows wandering here, right? This is ray tracing in action, because you can see the shadows are, you know, very dynamic and true, if you will. And the funny part is, I feel, at least, and Pixel just, you know, pipe in anytime you want, since you played this a lot, but, I mean, look at this ray tracing. It looks really cool. And it plays like a old retro shooter, just amped up to the nth degree, but it has all those core components of it. You run like a bat out of hell, you know, super fast in these games, because you have to, and it feels really good to control and play, and I see why people generally like this or rave about it, because it plays really well. You can look at the reflections on the axe here too, are changing based on how I'm moving. Now, a lot of this stuff has been around for a long time with different technologies, and this is where I butcher the technology in question, right? Take that, pot. I mean, this looks really cool. I'll be raving about this in general, I think. I'm just impressed by this game. Haha! Yeah, we'll do easy, because I'm a chum, so... Woo! Save our lands. Evil has overrun our sacred lands. Freedom, yes. Yeah, exactly. I would say that it's very cohesive, and I don't know. Hard to describe. It feels like kind of like a game from that era that would just be unlimited budget, you know, if you will. Astral Equinox. Even Doppler. I do not believe it supports HDR. Someone correct me there, but press tab for portal locations. Aha. Yeah, the music, the art direction, the enemies, the weapons, all of it is just really well done. Selenic Stronghold. Wow. Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of water in this one, so I think we should be good. It doesn't hurt as much. But I'm a big fan of this kind of, you know, vertigo. This style of shooter. For sure. I mean, it's got that old school feel to it. Excuse me, it feels like it's kind of ripped from that era, right? Of course, I only have an axe in the beginning. That's right. We will, like, decapitate them, basically. There's a lot of pickups and stuff, and press tab to see level stats. Ooh. I don't know. It's got that great mixture, and I think the ray tracing in this case here is enhancing experience, and it doesn't detract from it. It just makes it look really pretty. So, yes, meaty is probably the best way to describe it, right? It's very chunky and meaty, and I mean, here's when you really see the stuff coming in. Not that you couldn't get this sort of thing on other games too before, but I mean, this is a real dynamic reflection of that light source there in the middle, right? And it just really, to me, yeah, you're right, Unreal for sure. It really elevates the experience for me, and I'm excited to get more retro games like this with ray tracing, because it just looks really good. And now I have a homing water staff. A lot of, you know, circle strafing and all that good stuff, right? It comes with these games. Yeah, exactly. I think that's really important. A lot of games, Doom 3's shotgun, they miss out on that heft, right? They need that heft. Without a heft or meaty feel to the weapons, you really lose a lot of the experience. You don't feel connected to the character or whatever, so... yeah, exactly. It looks really good without, too, because, I mean, it's very colorful, and I feel like that was a very specific design choice with this game, right? Because you get a lot of shooters from that era, your Quake and whatnot, is brown. Brown and gray, it's military installations. And... Alright, now we go Soul Power, which gives you, I think, the probably funniest weapon ever. I have now engaged my, like, Hyper Boost, which makes this into a friggin' chainsaw, which is amazing. Yeah. That's right, they're finally going on price. The way I got this 3060 Ti is actually, my wife needed a new computer. So we ended up buying a pre-built because it just felt like, you know, we got everything that she needed, and I got a 3060 Ti out of it because she got my 1080 then, which is more than enough for what she plays. So that gave me a nice boost. So yeah, it's a nice little chain axe drill there, but I don't know. It feels like it's got heart, the game, in their design and everything. So Ian Bruce, well, I'm glad I could stream another day. So I have a scheduling conflict tomorrow, so decided to stream tonight. And I just bought... So, if you do not have this game, there is now a Humble Bundle right now that gets you this and a whole bunch of other boomer shooters, including Dusk and a few others, for basically like 15 bucks. Highly recommend that. I'm not affiliated with Humble or anything, but that was a good deal, and I ended up buying it here, so... I am not playing Painkiller. It sounds like I should put that on the... Seems like I put that on the streaming agenda. And that was like a mid-2000s, right? Good evening, Tyler. Welcome. We're playing, as you can tell, a medieval. Or magic staff. Yeah, buying that pre-built made it in like this like color lighting here is pretty cool, I think. And again, it doesn't detract from experience, it just adds to it, I feel. Ooh, full soul power. Yeah, car. It's funny because I used to. I mean, we drive besides a minivan, we drive a WX, right? It's stock. But I used to be really into messing with cars and wanting to modify all the cars I had and everything. But it is expensive. It is so expensive. Like every time you look at any parts or anything, it's just you're out thousands of dollars if you're modding stuff. It's cool. I mean, everyone spend the money the way they want to, but it's expensive. A little overkill here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, definitely Painkiller will be on the list then. Do you think that would run on a 9700 Pro well then? Or should that be more of a P4? I was thinking if I should play that on the shuttle or drag out a P4 system. Ouch. Circle strafing, of course, is a key thing in these games, which I'm terrible at, so... getting a little bit of a large soul power. This is too much fun not to do. Awesome. And I thought about upgrading that one. The shuttle, I'm thinking, actually is tested with... Actually, shuttle still has documentation for that. They tested it with a 9800 Pro, and I do have one, so... I was thinking I should probably upgrade that to the max it can handle, so... It's like a good video at some point. That'd be fun to watch. Oh, yeah, I imagine you're cussing a lot. That game... So I'm not good at hard games. I'm terrible at hard games. I really struggle with hard games and don't have a good time. But, I mean, I've heard nothing but good things about Elden Ring, it seems like. You shall not pass. A 9700 Pro will be very era appropriate, right? And the 9700 and the 9800 were both... Feels like those quantum leaps, right? They were so much more powerful. I mean, I know Pixel, your video on the 9700 Pro was awesome, but it really showcased, like, what a quantum leap it was. I didn't think too much of it at the time. Not that I had one, but... Yay, gold key. Ugh, who's shooting me? Jerk! I love, too, that it has still kind of a pixelated style to it here, right? The unfiltered texture. Ooh. What's that? Is it a secret down there? Just a buggy light source, or is it a secret? Yeah, a secret. Yep. Aha! Look at that. That's right. I mean, the FX series is, you know, what it is. Yeah, you have to jump here anyway, but yeah, I should probably save. I don't know. I don't want to rave too much about this game. Eating Solar, welcome. But I feel like it really... In the little parts I've played so far, it really... And look at... I mean, here's what the ray tracing really... I mean, look... It's gorgeous. I think it really does a good job of combining an homage while still doing its own thing, I guess. I think that, to me, this is exactly how a retro revival game should be, right? Now, there's plenty to be said for making it, you know, hardcore retro, quote-unquote, with just retro styling. But this is a perfect blend. At least it feels like to me. Yeah, unfortunately, let's see if I can do this. The sound will go away now, but... So, unfortunately, because it's really blown out, let's see if I can do this. Turn down the exposure a little bit. There we go. So, it's blurry and everything, but yeah, it looks super nice on a CRT, and that's where, again, it feels like kind of like this, you know, Hexen throwback, which is, of course, what it's trying to do. And it works really well on the CRT, so... Highly recommend getting one of those dongles. I can link the one I have. This, of course, the sword that just slices people in half, which is really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Quake by the Unreal Shader Pass. I'm just generally impressed by this game. It's just so fun to play, and goes back to the whole, like, you really need chunky weapons. So this weapon just slices them in half. which is awesome. Ow, who's shooting at me? Denied. There, we have the soul power now, which will wreck some fools. Controls very well, so... Awesome. I'm glad the channel launch went well. Welcome back to making videos. I am behind on that. Life has been in the way. But it is what it is. Hoping to get back soon, but I have to be realistic on how much I can make videos or not. It's just... There we go. Now we really get to see the lighting effects in full force here. Because even not having time making videos so much, and I'm working on something. I'm not sure if some of you saw it on Twitter or on Discord or whatnot, but there's a huge LAN party here in town. And last time I went there, I wanted to be special, so I brought the P3 450, the Dell, and you know, people got into it. This is a modern event, no retro at all. And people are like, "Oh, what's that? Cool. What kind of sleeper machine do you have in there?" I'm like, "It's real." And they're like, "What?" Yes, actually, it's original P3 450. And they're like, "Oh my goodness." So everyone thought that was really cool. And I actually picked the spots right next to the organizers because I wanted to be, I mean, let's face it, you don't bring a P3 to a huge LAN party to be subtle. Like, I was trying to get attention. I had some of my swag. Good evening. Welcome. And the event organizer came up and chatted me up a whole bunch. So then he emailed me now a couple of weeks ago saying, like, and said, like, "Hey, we would love, this is their 20th anniversary of their event, and they said they would love to have a retro setup. If I was willing to provide that, they would give me some tickets." A little bit, yeah. So then, yeah, I said, absolutely. So they gave me a few tickets to set up, and I bought a couple to have extra too. But, excuse me, I'm prepping then 3 machines, 2 to have fully ready to demo. So the P3 700 I normally stream with the Voodoo 5. The P3 450 with the Voodoo 3 in it. Both of those will be basically set up, so anyone can just plunk down and play Unreal Tournament, you know, Quake 3, whatever game like that. And I think that would be a really fun way for people to experience that kind of stuff. And then I'm prepping a P3 866 as well, just so that I can participate myself. That won't be for, you know, quote-unquote public use. It will be so that I can play with them too, or host the game, stuff like that. And I'm going to network all of them together, and I'm bringing a small modern machine so I can download patches, you know, upload that stuff. So, yeah, exactly. And the cool thing is that they have a case mod competition too. So it's a modern event, right? They play all the modern games, Dota and whatever the cool kids are playing these days. I'm out of the loop generally, right? So they, you know, they play modern games. So there's a case mod competition, and people do crazy things. So one guy had a ultra-wide monitor with the whole computer built into the back. So yeah, that's quite a thing. So that's what I'm doing right now, is I'm prepping those machines. Yes, so what I'm doing is, for this, I will film a little bit of my prep work. I'm going to make a quick video on, like, the prepping of it, like, just kind of showing the setup here. I need to do some modifications to the machines. There are 2 passively cooled Voodoo 3s in play, right? You see what I'm going to do. I don't want to let those run for 29 hours non-stop without a fan on them. So I'll film that, you know, replacing the thermal paste and that good stuff. So I'll make a video on that first. I did ask permission, and I am allowed to film at the event, so I'll be filming at the actual LAN event as well. Slice and dice. So I'll be filming and making an actual video on the event, kind of promoting it a little bit too. So expect 2 videos out of this. One kind of pretty loose, unscripted, and then the second one will be an actual footage of the event and, you know, people playing the games and whatnot. So, because I think it's awesome. One of the things I'm hoping that comes out of this is that I will make some more retro friends or whatever locally here, and these people have, you know, they're really good at organizing. This is their 20th year organizing a huge LAN party, and really hoping that some people will, like, you know, hey, why don't we try and get together, like 6 to 8 people, retro machines and have a, you know, a dedicated retro LAN party. So, if I hope so, or hope so anyway. We'll see. Yeah, it might be a while. Whoop. The event, which of course will be telegraphed in the video, is Net War in Omaha, Nebraska. So I'm in the Midwest. There's a huge arena, and there's hundreds and hundreds of people playing. So it should be a lot of fun. Slice. Soul power. I believe if on the hard difficulties, I watched Civ 11 play through this, you do not get a... the trigger for the soul power triggers any time. Like, you fill it up. You can't activate it, so... Oh, you know, smaller... I mean, the small SD card solution ones have been fine, I think. As far as, like, a hard drive setup, anyway. I've had good luck with the SD card ones, even though I know that, you know, supposedly they are going to die sooner, but SD cards are so cheap, it's not that big a deal. You're sliced. Thank you very much, Revan, as always. Very much appreciate the donation, as always. We are playing a Medieval, which is a modern throwback shooter from 2018, I believe, that got a RTX update for 2021. So we're playing this on my modern machine. You can see sort of down here, but on my modern Ryzen whatever machine. Because this game will not run, especially with ray tracing, will definitely not run on retro machines. Although I have half a mind, I kind of want to do a Crossfire Windows 7 build or something. I'll probably do a video on it at some point, but kind of rebuild what I had back then. I would imagine Windows 7 would at least be able to run a lot of these kind of games, right? You'd think. Obviously not DirectX 12, but I can, you know, lower settings and 4:3 aspect ratio. I guess this weapon is better for these clusters here. Stop throwing bombs. There we go. There we go. This is about as far as I played when I was testing the game, which is when I realized I should probably stop testing and actually do something else, but... You are murderinated. Conversely, it gets really dark in here now because of, well, it's that red racing, right? But this color lighting here and the, how it displays across the fog and all that stuff. I think it really lends itself well to a game with quote-unquote simple geometry. I'm not going to call it simple per se, but, you know, definitely it doesn't have as complex geometry perhaps as some of the other more modern AAA titles. I like this better, though. There you go, yeah. And the cool thing, at least, when you're doing ATX stuff, right, is that you're not going to have to worry about power. You can run a modern power supply, and that is fundamentally very nice. Yeah, probably not wrong there. It's definitely, you know, Hexen-inspired, to say the least. That's clearly what they were going for. See, I can save my soul power here, and if you play on the hard difficulty, I think it just triggers as soon as you fill up, so... Those who would worship the sun are blind. Oh, yeah? Is that what you use in your retro machines? Dermot? Yeah, it's true, because, I mean, if you get a SSD and it's cheap, if it breaks down, you're not allowed much, right? And trim support be damned, like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's been a lot of concerns about running some, you know, SSDs and the more modern hard drive solutions in retro machines, but I don't feel like I see a lot of concrete evidence that it causes problems, I guess. I don't doubt that, you know, over time it'll be bad and whatnot, but is it really... If you use a retro machine occasionally, is it really actually going to, like, destroy the machine? And if you break a you know, $50 to $70 SSD is that big of a deal, I guess. It feels like it turns into a little bit of a nitpick of, like, how bad could it possibly be? So, that's kind of thing, yeah. On a technical level, on, you know, on some layer, yep, I don't doubt it 1 second, but is it really that big of a deal? Defraggler. Yeah, I figured there's a way to do that, because, I mean, trim support wasn't available until, like, Windows 7, right? Native? Someone correct me there, but... And for those not familiar, I'm going to butcher this. Okay, there you go. There you go. I'm going to butcher this, but I think it has to do with how a solid-state drive is allocated, or how older machines allocate a hard drive, right? It's just going to put undue strain on its reading and writing and seeking constantly, which is going to wear out the SSD, so the trim is actually aligning everything and keeping it where it needs to be, right? Did I butcher that? But I think there's just no huge negative in running SSDs on retro machines, because, I mean, again, they're so cheap now. Which is why, I mean, the P1166 that I've streamed on a lot of times, that has an SD card in it. It's been fine the whole time. That's been running for like a year or more now on that. Now, it doesn't run 24/7, no denying that, but at the same time, I don't think it's that big of a deal anymore. Because, again, if it burns out or breaks or disappears, then, you know, you just rebuild it. At worst, you should back up your machine, which makes it easier then with an SD card. Because I grabbed that key. It brought me down here again, right? Look at those reflections. Shiny. It's like the janitor was just through here and waxed the floor. Yeah, exactly. I just feel like, again, on a technical level, yes, I mean, it technically is bad. But I don't feel I've seen anyone have any, like... You know, you plug in an old, really cheap power supply that's untested, and you plug that in and it goes poof, and then it smokes your computer. A hard drive or SSD that is quote-unquote bad or has a problem, you know, that's it. So, yeah, there you go. That sounds about right, yes. It basically is taking care of cleaning out the data, so. Secret area, well, I have that. So where did this... I got a key now. But I don't remember where the key door was. Down here? No. There's no map on this one. Very cool music, too. Just a well-made game. Darn it. It feels like I need to commend when the game is well-made. There aren't that many games that go to this length to make... the retro throwback feels so good. Can I not jump here? Nope. I'm not sure where to go now. And now you're getting all the hot takes on storage media and retro machines, so that's why you come here, right? This feels like I didn't go here. Yeah, there we go. Nope, just health. Was that the beginning? Did I go into that water pool? There's some real heft to the water there, too, as he jumps down. But I do not know where this gate is. The door. That's where I started, I think. Yeah. You want my hot take on a Mac stuff? I'm not sure you want me to go down that path, but I'm not a Mac person. There are plenty of people. I think that I like to say with Macs, when it comes to Macs, I like to use the thing that I use for everything. Everything has a use or place. Linux has a place, Windows has a place, Mac has a place for people to love it and use it. It is not for me. I can't justify spending that amount of money, and I feel I pretty safely can say the accessory prices are laughable. Beyond that, I'm sure it's extremely capable hardware. I mean, I have no doubt that, but they know what to charge for these things, and that makes it unjustifiable for any level for me. But anyway, that's my Mac hot take. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Oh, sorry, Ted's here. Oh, really? That's a good point there, Evan, with having like the hot swap like that. Because I have one machine with a hot swap like that. The previous owner used just regular spinning disk. You have to turn it off, obviously. But then he had Millennium, 2000, and 98 loaded up on different ones. So you just plop those in yeah, to play different things. But where the hell is this door? I have the gold key, but I have no idea where the door is. You can look at this reflection so while we try and fumble around here. It's back in the beginning again. Aha. Well, this is a trap. Where are they shooting me? There we go. Overkill. Ultra kill. I should pay attention to where there are doors or keys. So what can we do in this room? Aha. Yeah, that would be really handy. I'm not sure if this... Whoa. Freaky. If that's just a design choice to make you have to think about it. I mean, I don't think there's a map. No. Ouch. There we go. Because it would be helped by a map. Maybe I'm just missing it. This is digital only, of course, so I'm not sure. We can look at the controls here. Oop, HUD. Move, turn, weapon, quick save, quick load, axe. Nope. Old school. There we go. Got a great epic soundtrack by Andrew Holzholt as well. That did... Seems like he's making like every retro shooter music ever now. And of course, phenomenal composer. Not sure how much that's coming across now. I don't want to crank the audio too much, because if I do, then the sound from the game itself will be overbearingly loud. So, but I highly recommend listening to the soundtrack even outside the game. So, I don't like those blowy uppy guys. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, that's. It seems like it's a good idea because, especially then when you have a machine that can have such a broad range, right? It's not dual or triple booting, which is cool. You can just have complete different loads. So I will do that at some point, probably cover that particular machine. It's one of those later stage compacts with the silver, or not silver, but the translucent front on them. It's like a, Celeron thing. Ooh, this looks like a good hole to jump down. Whee! Oh, hello. I see some of that pixelation going on there, I think, with the DLSS. It's funny playing a game that has normal movement speed back in the 2000s or whatever, when they were trying to, like, yeah, we're going to be realistic. And you look at these that play like a freaking jackalope jumping around. The movement is so important. Huh. Oh. I guess I complete 1 out of 7 secrets. Huzzah! Really? The physics cards? I thought... Huh. I thought the whole idea was that you can use any other NVIDIA card later on, right, to use as a physics card. You don't have to have one specifically. I may have pronounced that wrong. For those not aware, right, it was trying to offload the physical calculations that are now done on the processor. As processors caught up and could do that, intended to be basically like a GPU for physics calculation. Oh, the RTX is really looking nice here. What a great looking game. Full soul power. I do the thing I do with on the RPG too. I hoard it until I really need it. Secret area, thank you. Fine. Ooh, that looks really good. I'm just, yeah, you're right, Pixel. The visual design, artistry in this game is really good. What's that? A new weapon? Trident. Ooh, it's the Thundershock rod from Quake. Important weapons are... So this is silver key, let's remember that. Weapon feel and weapon design. And I mean, I can't... This is, to me, what RTX is about. RTX, for me, is not having reflections in the windows of Spider-Man. Awesome, cool. This is where it can really pay off, in my opinion, because you can get that old style, but then just get really gorgeous lighting with the simple, you know, quote-unquote simple geometry. I think this stuff is just gorgeous. This kind of stuff is what I like. I'm hoping more games that do this add RTX. You know, and also I know there's the Quake 2 thing, right? But more retro games to add RTX. I know that they recently came out with a thing that lets you re-inject a RTX shader, you know, on a lot of games, which might cover for that, but native RTX in a game, of course, is better, so. Yeah, that's the thing. I think that's important, too. I agree, Dermot. Solar, you should try everything. That's half the fun in messing with retro stuff, is tinkering, trying out different things, see what works, see what doesn't work. That's the best way to learn, too. I mean, I'm not a Linux guy, but I have to crash course learn some Linux here, setting up the retro NAS. Oh, that is amazing. Thunderstruck. Satisfying weapons are so important in the game. Do they all use... Okay, so they use blue mana as well. That's... Anyway, satisfying weapons. Ooh, look at these colors. Splat. His head popped off. Yeah, look at that. There you go, yeah. I think Unreal would benefit really well, but I think there's, you know, people doing it as mods. I think just they're putting in RTX into the original Half-Life. Someone was working on a mod for that, which is pretty awesome. Ooh, we have overcharge on this thing now. Oh my. That's red to red to red equals dead. Of course, I used up that for that one guy, but it was worth it. Midnight, moonlight, sun be gone. I assume they're maybe how to get to certain secrets. Excuse me. Oh, Windows betas only. I don't think I've joined that. It's like it's the thing. I love to support everyone and watch everyone, and it's challenging between the full-time job and the kids. It's whoa, dude, hey, don't. I don't like you. I'll say this thing takes a lot of hits to kill something. We can fix that, though. This is my boomstick. Ooh, we need some. There we go. Ran out of juice, but oh well. Oh, jerk. You get the axe. There we go. Yes, exactly. It's OnlyFans where I only show old computers being undressed. Cases taken apart, that kind of stuff, you know. That would be kind of funny as a joke thing, wouldn't it? Computers without cases, OnlyFans. Or you'd be a real smart aleck and only do retro computer fans, case fans. Appeal to obvious. Oh yeah, Thief and Thief 2 would be awesome with the lighting, since I use that so heavily. Yeah, so this is just, of course I can't show it right now, but it is just, I can put a link to it, that what I bought originally in Discord when I'm done here, but it is just like a typical $12 VGA to, or HDMI to VGA dongle. That's it, and it's working great. Really surprised how well it works, and it takes all these games like this with Break It and Sweat, so the CRT is detected just fine, and off we go. There's no configuration involved or anything. Another new weapon. It's like quad damage. Celestial. I think I know about this one. Pixel, are you still here? Is this the one that shoots planets? The music is great. Did I get the key? What else is down here? The rocket launcher, planet launcher. So yeah, this one shoots planets. That's amazing. I think I saw that in videos, but I know you talked about it. Oh, there was Earth. Sorry. Armageddon. Yep, I blew up Earth. Got an achievement. Whoops, I should not have jumped down here. Well. Okay, dongles are important. The 1050 Ti is really an amazing card. I can't think of any other card that's been more bang for your buck for a longer time than the 1050 Ti. That's what my wife ran before she got my 1080 after I upgraded, but the 1050 now is still in service in the family, so. I'll have to check it out here. Hopefully we should get that soon. So I should not have jumped down there. That was the moral of that. Yeah, whoa, hello. What's this then? Ooh, full health. That wasn't so much a secret area, it's just dropped me down here. Who's... Oh, you jerk. I don't have much mana on this one, so I'm gonna save that. I really want to see the, There's health up there, but... I will grab it this way. So, does anyone know... Yeah, the RX 580 is really good, too. I mean, there's a lot of really good 1080p cards out there, so... is this a proprietary engine, or do they piggyback on something else? I don't even know. Should have looked that up beforehand, but... If they coded this from scratch, or if it's another engine. Feels like it would be its own engine, right? Where to now? Right here. Game autosave. It has to save. There's the homing beacon on that jerk. UE4? Okay. Sounds about right. Some pretty good verticality on these levels here. Look at this. Alright, what's all this then? Slice. Alright, so now we have... Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a large environment here. By the moon, I feel worried. I'll use all these colors and everything. Oh, that's cool. EVJ, I've looked at a lot of their programs, but every time I sit there and think about it, then like, oh, I'll look at it later, and then realizing I should have looked at it originally, so I was on their lists. People that finally are able to get 3080 cards after waiting for how many months? Very moody here. Alright, it's time. I only had like a few ammo there. But that was shooting planets, wasn't it? Or a solar, or suns, wasn't it? Can I electrocute the water? Aw, that's lame. Here's where the RTX really is paying off. I was not, when I saw RTX coming out in the 2000 series or whatever cards, I'm like, whatever, it's not a gimmick from NVIDIA, and, you know, it didn't have enough horsepower to run it properly. I remember the early demos like Battlefield, and they were like, you know, oh, look at this, and it's reflecting, and oh, cool, whatever, it's just too expensive. Then the 3000 series cards came out, and, you know, wow, this looks actually quite impressive. And then I actually tried it myself on a 3060 Ti here now that you're seeing me play on. Oh, where's that jerk? I play Control. I think that's what sold me. Control with its very, like, brutalist architecture and straight lines everywhere. It works so well with ray tracing. That opens something. Yes, I am in Q2 for the Steam Deck, supposedly. I reserved mine at about noon when they went live. But I have not received or gotten bumped to Q1 yet, so I'm really excited for that one from a retro perspective, because you'll be able to play a lot of games really well. I think the back catalog, I think, is underappreciated for Steam. You think about how many games are available on Steam. Is this where I came from? It is not. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I know that's a... I see many of the memes who are like, you know, waiting for after Q3, and then the people in the regions that can't reserve yet. They're going to roll it out, I think, eventually. I think, right? As they catch up with the other regions. So. Yeah, it's true. But yeah, I'm excited for it from just playing older games than, you know, your platformers, and a lot of the pixel art games are going to be amazing on that and give you the maximum battery life. Because think about a, you know, Sony or Nintendo handheld that can play that breadth of games with that power. That's pretty impressive. And the fact that it's a PC now, there's a lot of tinkering, I'm sure. It's not going to be as smooth of experience as maybe you might expect from quote-unquote a console, but I'm game for that. Seems like a, you know, handheld tinkerer's dream, basically. You are stuck in the geometry, good sir. You're not stuck in geometry, going good sir. I have saved you. Cool architecture. A very heretic slash Hexen. Oh, I just briefly... I mean, they were jerks, I think. It sounds like they were just not thinking through what it meant to have those terms and conditions. And then they were jerks about it when they realized it. So I guess that's what it comes down to. And now they're out of business. It sounds like there were some tax problems too. So I don't know. I have not been keeping up on it that much, to be honest. But I'm very big on the whole, let's be nice, right? And the whole thing of calling out a streamer so bluntly was not a great thing to do, you know? Just, everyone should just be nice. Easy, right? Don't be jerks, don't be assholes, be nice. Be nice. That's what I'm trying to teach my kids, the golden rule and all that stuff, and that's what goes for everything in life. And everyone was just a little nicer to each other, then the world will be a better place. Yeah, I'm curious to see now that ray tracing is, you know, not this like proprietary NVIDIA voodoo stuff, right? It's running on hardware. Not saying that the NVIDIA solution isn't very powerful, but I'm really curious to see as we get more and more optimized software solutions. These solar acolytes, I think they're so great. Yeah, there's that part. It's much things have been said about that I'm not sure I need to repeat, but it's horrible atrocities going on, and invasion of a democratically elected country is... Look at that, they just dropping right where the key is, or the door is. That's convenient. Good evening, Sean, welcome. Oh, hello. Don't have much ammo for that thing. It's really cool, but I wish I had more ammo. Yeah, I think that's really cool too, that you can counter the blades when they come flying back at you. Open sesame. All in all, it just feels like a very well-designed game, and that is an extraordinarily overly elaborate door, but I'll allow it. Yeah, alright. 2 out of 6. I got more secrets this time. Killer. See, this is autosaving. Ooh, look at the reflections here. Now, I think we have boosted those settings. Oof. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I don't think ray tracing is going to be like replacing everything overnight, but especially next generation, the rumored 4000 series and the next generation of AMD cards, right, are supposed to be like twice as powerful or something ridiculous, right? So it means we'll have enough horsepower to brute force ray tracing, right? It's like, I feel like it adds so much, and it takes away that whole designing a baked light solution, right? And I'm not an expert on this at all. I watched Digital Foundry like everyone else and learned a lot from there. Yeah, which is a great channel for that kind of stuff. But this got to be a boss, right? Why would I get so much stuff here? Oh, I don't have any ammo for that thing. If this isn't a boss. Oh, he's dead. I'm playing on easy. I mean, sorry. Exactly, and that's what I wonder is, like, don't get me wrong, because it becomes more of an artistry, right, to place down light maps, but then when you can do it through ray tracing, and again, I don't know how this is actually done, so don't quote me, but to be able to do it with rays is that you design the ray tracing component or engine, right? And at that point, you don't have to have baked, like the lights over here now, they're automatically reflected, right? There doesn't need to be a baked light map at all, right? I mean, that's the whole thing, is that if you have a good ray tracing system at that point, every beam, not every, but, you know, lights are realistically reflected through the engine, not, like, dropped in by the artist. Which at that point, if you do it through the artist, then it's still dependent on the artist doing a good job, right? So, which, of course, most games are. They look really good, but, it's over here, then. Okay, so they actually use ray tracing to create light maps. So they use basically like pre-rendering to... Not pre-rendering, but they did it all. There we go, easy. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, again, I'm not even remotely an expert on this. Just my very basic understanding. Oh, we're back here. Champion. I hate that urn. Oh, okay. So the combination, basically, of they're up to 2. The other thing is, I mean, ray tracing has been around for a long time, right? But now it's realistically available to the consumer, right? On a game like this. The fact that it's done live, I think NVIDIA uses the whole... Oh, difficult now. I want to go back here. They use their tensor cores, right, to do that, which is how they can... Or they use the Is it ray tracing they use for the cores, or is it DLSS, or is it both? I can't remember now. Completed. Can I go in here now? Yes. Domain of the Sentinels. Sure. I mean, this is freaking gorgeous. But I mean, sorry, I should say ray tracing is not new. Real-time ray tracing, right? That's where it comes down to. Because even... Okay. Because even the... you think back to, like... I remember when Toy Story came out, it was just... Boom! That was not done in real time, right? It was rendered over a very, very long time. Versus here, then it's being done in real time, and that's the whole point with it, right? Colors are amazing. Okay, yeah, I'm learning a lot. Keep it up. I figured there's a lot more people that knew more about this than I do, with my very, very basic understanding, which wasn't even right in the first place. Oh, hello. I do not have a weapon. I need a weapon. Guns. Lots of guns. Green sword. Lots of green swords. I kind of want to watch Toy Story on... Can I get that weapon? No. Kind of want to watch Toy Story on VHS again. Hey, I don't want to get anyone alcohol poisoning. I hear the guy shooting those things. Where? Yeah, it's funny because I go into, especially having some soda, a little bit caffeine and everything, I go into just motor mouth mode. See, that's why streaming is so great for me, because I can just talk uninterrupted. I can just keep blathering on all the time. And it's entertainment. Oh, wow, that's a gross dude. Let's slice him. Slice you. Slice you very much. Slice you. Ugh. Ow. Who's shooting me? Excuse me. I hear this little sound. Great ominous music. The imperfect will be destroyed. Very, got a little Mass Effect vibe to it, too, the more atmospheric tracks. Well, that's a crusher. I just touched it on the side. Is that enough to crush me? Can't get in there yet. There we go. First try. He's auto-saving, so we're good. This is where the key door was. Okay. I really like that staff now. I like the staff because it's homing and rapid fire. Sploosh. I hear something. Something gross. I believe it, yeah. I look back at the... that's right, yeah. I'm learning a lot. Thanks for all the information here. We have several people that have worked in game development or lighting or know about it, and it's awesome. Just the flexibility, sounds like. I mean, you think back to... I mean, how long did it take to render some of the stuff we saw back in the movies, right? Like days. And now it's just like, again, done in real time. I seem to remember when... Was it the PS1? When that was coming out and they were showing tech demos to developers and showed the T-Rex walking in real time in 3D, and that just blew everyone's mind because that was a full polygonal 3D dinosaur walking in real time, and that was like a, you know, light went off for these people, so. All right, thanks so much for stopping by, Pixel. I'll see you next time. You're right, Revenant. That is very true, because it feels like this is kind of... That's very common, I think. This is how your mind remembers it, but it's certainly not what it looked like, so... this is a dead end, isn't it? Right here? music is really moody and... Aha! Oh, hello. Goodbye. Oh, he shot up his head there. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Bruce. See you later. See you later. Oh, yeah. They threw that back in. That's a nice homage there. Alright, where's the staff? We really like the staff now. There it is. Thank you. I do not like you. Time to murder Nate. Man, what a cool game. This is how you do a throwback shooter. Whoops. I like the staff. It's nice. Mm-hmm. That's right. I mean, and then Sony doubled down with the PS3, right? It was supposed to be like, you know, it's... Ow, hey, whoa, hey, oh, hi. Complete supercomputer and all that stuff, right? With the Cray, or the, what do they call the chip that was in the PS3? But it was completely super powerful, but difficult as hell to program for. Pretty sure the elevator was right here. Is there a way to reset that so I can get back up? Oh, there's a button there. Yeah, there you go. Cell, that's right. And the whole thing was like, oh, it was part of supercomputer, but, like, that's great, but hardware is only as good as the software that uses it, right? Skill. Totally not blind luck. Well, that looks good. But it is no longer alive. There's an X-monster. Really cool level designs and... Oh, come on. Not cool, man. There was a weapon up there I wanted. I think it was the boomstick. Yep. Even laughs the same way that the heretic dude does. Which I think he has a name, Corvus, right? I hear someone walking around. Yep. Pop. Jeez. Now, this gun was pretty effective for these dudes. Those things take a beating, my goodness. Pop. Like I want like an ancient minigun or something ridiculous. A map would be nice, but I guess that might spoil a little bit. Okay, I got the silver key. What's this then? Star of Torment, huh? Oh my, it's like a nail gun. Oh jeez! Sorry, I take that back. This is a real gun. That's ridiculous. Awesome. Again, it's super important in games like this that the weapons have heft. That has heft. My goodness gracious. How will that do when it's boosted? So what else is up here? Push the button. The guy's still stuck on there. Good grief. That's amazing. That thing takes 2 hits on that. Jerk. It's like this is... Oh, this is top of this thing. Interesting. What does that do? Something? I feel like something opened down here. I feel like I should jump down and check. I feel like that was a mistake now. Up it open up there. Yeah, that is a satisfying railgun. Just more of it. That's amazing. Again, I keep saying it now, but weapon design is very, very crucial to games like this. If they have poor weapons or kind of non-useful weapons, that takes away the experience very quickly. Good, meaty weapons in these games make or break how the game is played, so... Good grief, how far do I have to go now to get back? It was worth it, right? I feel... There's been so much report on it, but just the crunch in video games has to stop, right? It's not tenable to keep working people ridiculous hours to crunch a product out. I've heard pretty bad stories from the development of the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, right? I've been crunching forever. And it's like, I'm not sure where the problem lies in the complexity of games getting so big. The studio's heads, you know, just kind of taking advantage of people's desire to get stuff done, or... There we go. Alignment must be observed. It just never gets old. They're still stuck up there, too. That's a good touch, too. Wow. Order is perfection. Perfection is power. Is there anything I need to do with these? Secret or anything? Those secrets are just flavor. I can wreck these things. Huh. Awesome. Yeah, it's true. I mean, crunch for that too, and I see I see the, you know, the appeal you get to make something that's really good. So it is, you know, terrible in all layers. Because I mean, people want to make a good product. I don't think there's anyone that goes into account development like that and thinking they want to do whatever. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I used to work at a MSP. For those not familiar with some, you know, managed service provider that, they, you know, you provide IT services for other companies, hosting, full managed services, running servers and all that stuff. And that was a place that, it wasn't necessarily crunch, but 70, 80-hour weeks, not uncommon at all. Because there was always some big project delivery from a customer that wanted something done, and they were paying us. So, you know, yeah. The drive was there, and we all wanted to, you know, proceed in our careers. A lot of us were young and, like, just wanted to prove ourselves. And, you know, and then you get, splat. And then you get, kind of used to that workload and mentality, and, you know, people that aren't working weekends, like, oh, weren't you working, you know, things like that. I don't see me using any other gun once I have ammo for this thing. Cool. Very cool. How's it hanging? Ooh, look at this stuff here. The jumping feels very accurate too. Like when I'm falling, it's due to me not doing it right versus the cheap falls. No, that was not. We actually, the company I'm at now, the people that have worked there so long, that some of them, yeah, they worked on NT4. They deployed some of the NT4 in the wild originally, right when it came out. So the last company was more of a, you know, modern hosting provider. So, but I will say that old company, because they went through equipment so much, and the customers that they, you know, say they had bought like servers and equipment and stuff, and they hosted up there, and then eventually they said, okay, we're going to decommission this stuff. They didn't want to deal with it, so they just said, like, yep, just get rid of it, ask your engineers if they want anything, and then we'll just recycle it. So, you know, I got servers from there, pallets of servers all the time, but we had a lot of, like, old IBMs, old stacks of Model M keyboards. I didn't care about retro back then. I feel terrible saying it, but I wasn't into it, so I just didn't pick through the stuff. But if I could have gone back to that stuff now, I mean, there were, like, several, like, you know, storage rooms and lockers and who knows what, but just old stuff crammed in and no one to deal with. I mean, probably... I remember we had one guy go on vacation, and while he was gone, we made a computer museum in his cubicle. So we grabbed an old 5150 with a CRT monitor and a Model M keyboard and put, like, an old rotary phone and all that stuff, you know. We thought it was super funny, but after that, it was all recycled, I think. We didn't use it or give it to anyone. I'm like... Alright, let's see what this thing does now. Oh, God. I feel bad for these guys. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Again? Yeah, this thing is awful. Terrible. Oh. Let me in. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. I've thrown out a lot of stuff. But I have pictures from that thing we set up for it in his cubicle, right? And I look at it, it's like, I should have brought that Model M with me home after that. But here we are. I think all of us have thrown away stuff, so... Oh, we have the... Well, I kind of want to use... Do I have any more ammo for this? Yeah. We're all throwing away stuff. I just cringe when I see it now when I look back at those pictures. There we go. I guess the easy difficulty gives that reflection here. Gives you a lot of ammo for each pickup, so there's that part. That probably makes it a lot easier, but... Exit, you're saying? It just doesn't get old. Wow. Ooh, yes. Very good. Very good choice saving that. I might work at Righteous 3D still. That's what's in my P166. This may be one of the most satisfying weapons I've ever seen in a game. The ridiculous knockback these things have. Impaling them. Whoa. Okay, say that looked like a big room there. And 1 out of 2 secrets. Alright. I can imagine it's a pretty rough field, right? And a pretty crowded one, too. Like, how do you stand out? I would be worried. Like, well, it sounds like you're getting work, but I imagine it's got to be brutal, too, to keep up on it. Because, I mean, I work in IT, and sure, that doesn't really stand still, but I can only imagine in game development if you're not making the latest and greatest all the time. Oh. These jerks. There we go. Thought you could dodge this. Because at the end of the day, it's just a job. Like, yeah, it's great if you find a job that makes you really happy, but I don't think... I mean, yes, you gotta pay the bills, don't get me wrong. But if you're miserable in your job, that spills over your entire life, right? So, at least here in the US now, the job market is tremendous, so you can just kind of shop around if you were so inclined. If you don't have a good job, it feels like, especially in technology, but... Maybe I'm oversimplifying, but here, there are so many jobs, especially developers. It's hard to recruit them even because there's so many job options for them. I believe it, yeah. Typewriters? Oh my goodness. And I guess it makes sense. The carbon duplication, right? when you make an actual hard copy of something, you don't have a choice. Chaos regrets destruction. Begets destruction. And the guy's impaled on there. Nice touch. I heard click, 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 click. Celestial Claw, I already have that. Coming down here. Oh, hello. It does look like the HEV suit, you're right. You need the gold key, I see. Do not care for that jerk. Ha ha ha. I don't know if it does. If it has multiplayer, it might. I ain't even looked into it, but that would be pretty awesome. That would be a full throwback, old school. Overkill every time I use that thing. Ooh, reflections. There you go. Keep it under wraps. Some more surprise. It's also the problem with importing stuff too. It takes a long time. I was working on the video. Everything was going hunky dory. Been a slow moving project. Finally making real progress on it, and I took care of the thing I need to do, and then I unceremoniously managed to break it. So I have to buy another one, and it's coming from not a huge financial loss. It was more annoying than anything. But I have to wait for a new one to come from China. So here we are. Oh, forget that. Annoying little buggers. I need the silver key. That's not an annoying sound. I don't keep using this thing. Just too good not to. Guess I have enough ammo on this thing now to use the rocket planets too. There's a door here. Oh, there's the silver key right there. So yeah, this is in fact launching planets. There's the key up there. That's new. Well, they're homing. Not anymore. Oh yeah, probably. Chris see that too. It's like the kids are looking forward to it, right? So that's what's important. But Chris Pratt really isn't everything anymore. Not that I'm mind the guy, but it feels like they really made an animated movie without using the actual Mario guy's voice. Seems like a disservice. But they gotta sell a movie too, right? So yeah, exactly. When he runs out of planets, he chucks suns. So did I get the silver key? No, it's over there. How do you get up there? I assume so. Keep launching, and I mean, I got an achievement earlier. It didn't show that on the screen, but there was an achievement for blowing up the Earth, because the Earth does show up in here, and sure enough, you blow it up and it's at annihilation. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting. I see Mario looking at it as a kind of a bean counter move, if you will, but it's a little sad because you got a chance for the person who's been voicing Mario for 20 years to get a, you know, chance in the spotlight, but... So, okay, there's a button here. That will do it. Aha! Oh, for Pete's sake. Alright, here we go. Hi, Zoe. Huh. Yeah, pretty tall, actually. I was watching Civ 11's thing on... Was it Power Slave? He was reviewing the Exhumed one or whatever. And talking about how the character is super wide. And I threw him off in so many times. Open sesame. Hello. How's it hanging? Well, yep. Stop. Is always trying to be too friendly with the microphone here, unfortunately, so. Alright. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Well, congratulations to your brother. It's a big life step. I get to argue about who replaces the toilet rolls after that. That's what marriage is all about, right? No. But thanks for stopping by. I'll hopefully see you next time. Check out your new videos as well. Whoop. Splat. We do not falter. I don't know if these things are like clues to like secrets or just flavor text. This thing is awesome. Yeah. So brutal. If I can hit. My goodness. There we go. You're low on health there. I'm about to die, get some health pickups here. I like games that encourage you to cycle your weapons too, not to stick with one. I mean, I kind of want to, but... That launcher is so good, but the health pickup there would be pretty nice. Oh, Jesus! Look at that. It's shooting like supernovas. Wow, that's just slight overkill. Wow. Thanks. I can't wait to see it. Isn't it in Simpsons when CPS comes and takes the kids away? Then the like, you know, child protection agents are like toilet paper hung in the incorrect down under position or whatever, underhand position. Like they use that as a negative towards the household. Button? I don't assume you could, but that did something. Oh, I missed. Oh, I actually took fall damage. I didn't know you could. What's with these white dudes here? I might just be a lighting bug there. Be gone. Run into it and slam it, yep. I like when they're not that close. Yeah, it just kind of staggers them. Very epic soundtrack. Once I have full health, I might try and rocket jump with the planet, but right now I feel like I'd kill myself. Need the gold key. Pick up some ammo. These slopes makes me feel I can't jump up them or walk up them. They're so steep, but clearly he just kind of shimmies right up, so... The whole game is like a heavy metal album cover, basically. It's really cool. Level design is quite impressive, too, I have to say. I mean, it's like, it's all maze-like at times here now, but I mean, it's got impressive variety. And creative design here. Oh, this is not a good spot to be. It's almost like they knew this would be a problem with this spot here, those jerks. Green mana. So now I need Quake reimagining in exactly this style, except, you know, Quake style. I know we have some that are similar to that, but we have the Dusk, for example, but just this, like, hardcore and cool and over the top. Oh. Ugh. We can. That's ridiculous, shooting the suns there. My Apple IIe is planned to... So, yeah, there's no alt-fire. Alt-fire uses the special ability. So you build up the energy, right? And we have full energy. You can use that. That unlocks all the secondary firing stuff. But there's no, like, constant second fire to pick or anything. It's convenient. Really good music too. I'm not sure how much is coming across here, but again, here's where ooh, Astrid Descent would be really good. All those mine corridors and basically made for that. That's a good point. I don't care for those turret things. Our reality is truth. What the? You're not still alive? Our truth is all. Whoa! Hello. I hate getting knocked back in games. I very much enjoy knocking back things in games. Zoe, pick a spot. Did it open where I was before? Things are already dead here, so what do I have now? Key. Oh, there we go. I guess I have the golden key now. Hello? Let's pick up that. Full power. That's the thing, I really... This is a perfect example of what I want to see ray tracing in, right? And I keep gushing about it, but I feel like more games with this style, this retro throwback thing, could do ray tracing. I think that's awesome. Oh yeah, it's time. Whoops. Yep, I can rocket launch myself with the exploding... Hey, why not? Ray trace all the things. Good evening. That's a bot, probably. But, gonna say... This is like, when you get that kind of thing and you have your full power unlocked, and it's like... I'm not stuck in here with you, you're stuck in here with me! Yeah, it's very metal. Loving it. Get some more ammo. And again, it's hard to nail that style, right? The movement speed, the field of weapons, the heft of the game in general. And it's important to get that right. So that's the exit, I assume. Where did I come from? I was here. That is a good soundtrack. Again, I'm not sure how much the soundtrack is coming through there, but I recommend checking out the soundtrack separately. All has its place. The puzzles have been pretty easy so far, but... Splat. Nice. Cool. No secrets, but yeah. I'm terrible finding secrets, which is where the new Doom games actually is challenging for me in the sense that you kind of expected to find a lot of secrets to progress your character and make you stronger. I'm terrible at finding secrets, so it makes it harder for me. Okay, sorry, we have to pause because we have Cat in the playing field. She literally blocked the screen, so... Now she used her claws to pick up my armrest. She did it all the time. She just walks right in front of the screen. I have ammo for this thing? Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's my one true weapon. There's sprawling levels here, too. I should read up a little bit on this game, because I'm not sure on the development of it or whatever. I'm assuming, I mean, it feels like a fully AAA game, right? So... Those things I do not like. Oh my. I just grinding those bad guys down, huh? I made it through. Just slight squishing. Oh, nice. Yeah, Doom Eternal, I heard nothing but good things too, really, and... Okay, so it's fine if you want to be on here, but just pick a spot for crying out loud. Zoe, stop being friends with the microphone. Splat. This is nice, this is homing. Big health kit? Yes, thank you. That's true. Very, very realistic cat. Cat shader on. Nice big room here. There we go. Ah. Yeah, she's our kitty cat. Whew. Looking at early 2000s, you look at hair and like animal stuff like that and rendering. Now, you know, they didn't really realistically render either one, but especially hair. The very first nascent steps of rendering hair in games. I'll say that's probably one of the harder things to still get looking right realistically, I'd assume. What the? Stop dodging me. It just never gets old. God. That's knockback. heads pop off. Jeez. Yeah, exactly. I was trying to think back to, like, you know, your... I mean, I'm talking PS2 era, you know, GameCube era. Yeah, it is a little bit overkill. I think you get a little achievement or something for that, or, like, it tags you for something, I think. At the end of the level, when it tabulates all of it together. But the hair models back then and everything. It's a very cool look, but I'd probably say, you know, the PS2 era was impressive, but I don't necessarily feel nostalgic for that level of graphics. Oh, this is a cool... Can I knock you out of this world here? Ah, he just exploded. Whoa. What is this then? Cotton candy. Oh, wow. So it's BFG. You are all dead. It's candy wrapper BFG game gun? Oh, my. Oh, it's got spikes in between there, too. That's not nice. Oh, jeez. We're talking about how metal it was. So that's a room clearing thing. Not so useful for individual combat. Literally BFG. I'll find a big room with baddies, and that's gonna be a good room clearer. Well, I'm curious what that does with alt fire. Let's find out. Jeez. It just creates a black hole. So that's cool. Wow. They went all out with the weapons in this game. At the same time, like, yeah, the room clear is real cool, but it's so satisfying using the smaller weapons to just slowly destroy everything, too. Alright. Key. Splat. Hello. Goodbye. Yeah, they, killing of the weapon design in this game. I haven't gotten stuck too much so far, which I feel that's kind of important, too. If you have a game that's just... Oh, that's a... Okay. Too much of a maze, right? You don't feel like you're progressing at all, but... So far, so good, generally. I feel like the, I'm about to die here, actually. Yep, I actually died. Woo! The latest. We'll see when the last checkpoint was. Okay, I just got the key, so we're not that far out. I actually died. I should probably save that weapon for that spot, then. He just fell through the floor. I was gonna say, I was saying something important, but the sound there from the plant launcher has a little bit of a Quake rocket launcher sound, or not rocket launcher, but the grenade launcher. It had like doon, 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 almost like a sound to it there, and I'm not sure if that was on purpose or not, but it feels like it has to be on purpose. It is the rocket launcher after all, but that was the first death of the night, so that's pretty good. I haven't even been killed by a door yet, so we do not have enough weapon ammo on that big thing, so... That was not what I intended to do. I do not like these things. Sam, I am. There we go. I feel like there was less guys this time. Last time was so many. Go back to our old favorite here. If I'd had a boost there, that might have helped me too, but... Zoe, can you pick one spot? Nope, not possible. Ah. I mean, it really feels like a heavy metal album art cover here. Oh, that was a... Whoa, hello. That's where those guys went, apparently. How do I get back, then? I kind of fell down. Oh, well. Yeah, for sure. We pulled inspiration and created something own, like... magical/mystical of their own. That's true. She doesn't want to knock me down. Bad Zoe. I can blame the cat. We're gonna have to go through this again. So where are the spikes in between there? Because there are actual spikes too. Oh, come on. I feel like there was a shorter way to get back here, but here we are. A lot of secrets. That would be really cool. Okay. Let's see if we can avoid getting knocked down here this time. Oh, I hate those jerks so bad. Stone on Hoon has no purpose. No, I mispronounced that, but here we are. Alright, so this is where that was. Wow. Cool. God, it makes this thing homing and exploding. That's metal. Oh, weren't that many people to shoot. One more. Yeah, it's like it homes and explodes. Dang it, did I just... Did that guy just pick up... Oh, he's holding it, but it looks like he picked up one of my shards. Whew. Yeah. Just insert one insanity. Perfection. I feel like there's a boss fight coming up here. A lot of resources all of a sudden. One more to go. Alignment. Yeah. Sequence complete. Order. Too bad I do not have enough to activate soul power, which is what really helped me wreck that thing last time. But we're gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. Okay, come back here now. There we go. Okay. Oh. Jerks! Like they know you can't maneuver here, so they do these things. Oh, I fell down. Oh, well. Oh, for Pete's sake. There we go. I do not like those things at all. Okay, come back. More resources? Yes, please. Buttons. Let's grind him down with this. At least it's homing. My goodness. I guess this is a weak weapon, but... There we go. There's a button there. Just think to shoot there, too. Whoop. Did not fall down. Swear that ridiculous movement speed isn't helping. I shot that already, okay. I was hoping it'd go through, but it doesn't. Alright, there we go. Get some soul power here. There we go. Now we're charged up. Okay. This sure feels very boss-like, or it's just down the level, I guess. Whee! Yep. Balls of Doom. 0 secrets. Again, at least there's no, like, permanent upgrades you're missing out on, right? And I feel like this game... Oh, this gotta be boss level. Oh, look at this. I have 1 mana for this thing. Oh, my. Quite the architecture here. I can't believe I made that. Yep. Whoa, hello. Okay, the bosses are not that hard on easy, I guess. Up. That even exploded in, like, colorful goo. The best kind of goo. Yeah, I feel the bosses are probably a little harder on hard difficulties. To do so much damage. That's alright. Oh, that's kind of freaky. Yes, I saw the trailer. I'm quite excited for that too. So, hey, I beat the part time on this. I got an achievement. You don't see it here because I'm not capturing that, but still. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think that Ewan McGregor is a really good actor, and you know, I think everyone likes his Obi-Wan interpretation and all that. So, woo!
Welcome back, champion.
Welcome back, champion. I still hate pots. I like that these are very different in... Let's see, we have Solar Solstice, Astral Equinox, Arcane Expanse, Sacred Path. Is that underwater? How do I get in there? I like this little, Can I go in here now? Yeah, there we go. Hub World, Sacred Path. Let's try that. Woo! Gotta do the Austin Powers like flying through. Whoa! They give you that good weapon right away. Whew, take a little quick break there. But yeah, I'm excited for that series. I think that could be a really good opportunity. Although, you know, we sure have seen a lot of Tatooine now, haven't we? Like a lot. I get it. It's an important planet, but they keep saying it's a backwater planet where nothing happens, and it looks like he'll be leaving Tatooine at least for part of the show. Let's see. Journeyman's Way leads to the Apostles' Shrine. Very Hexen-like here now. Some more ammo. Ooh. Too bad I have a planet launcher. Cool. This looks really cool with ray tracing too. I just the lighting and the atmosphere changes so much with this kind of. So there's a spirit. I can still apparently nail a spirit to the wall, but what are these things? Bad things. Oh, this is a place to fall down. Okay. So a map would be very nice, but that's just not in the cards, I guess. Okay, I did not realize that was an insta-death there, so... guess we'll do that again. Okay, then. I didn't see what I fell down, but, you know, whatever. And I'll touch the green stuff. See, I knew we'd get a nice fall down and die. Oh, okay, so this is just a treetop. I see. So that insta-gibbed me. Good to know. Where's this jerk here coming out now? There we go. Overkill. I feel like a Oblivion or Skyrim style RPG with this sort of like graphic design would be awesome. Like, you know, they keep making them more and more hyper-realistic. I shouldn't say hyper-realistic, but they clearly try for the more realistic design in the Elder Scrolls games. It'd be awesome to have this kind of throwback art style, but with an RPG. Explore a world in this kind of universe. Oh, would play that? It doesn't have to be a deep RPG, but just an RPG with this sort of engine. Maybe it already exists. Or this graphic design style, I should say, not the engine. One more to go. More weapons, please. We'll take him. Is there boulder throwers? Yeah, true. Morrowind. It's probably the best one. It's the closest because it would be a throwback thing, right? I'm just not sure how realistic it is to just use shaders to insert ray tracing. I know they're doing that on some games, right? I mean, some games have supported that for a long time, and now NVIDIA is getting in on the game too, allowing that to happen. Cannot open that door. This architecture is a little creepy. Can I get that there yet, I think? No. Gotta stick with what I know and love with this weapon. Oh, can't get through there. Need to open that button. Cannot yet. 3 switches to reveal the key. Okay. Not here. Those who are lost never look upward. Ah. There was a button there, but no. Yeah, it's true. I think that Phil Spencer said that, right? When he was looking at the deal, like, what's our back catalog? And he mentioned, like, King's Quest and stuff like that. And then he said, like, Hexen, let's go, you know. He seems to know or want that kind of thing. And can you imagine being a gamer and having just, like, the access to be able to just do something like that? Like, you know, I like this old game. We're going to develop it. You know, I can assign a good studio to it or something. And I know that, what did and Roberta Williams said as well, if someone approached them and said, hey, make a new King Quest game, they would be all for it. So there's a lot of opportunity here, and if anyone's going to have that catalog, Microsoft is probably the best one. Microsoft seems to respect their back catalog and the heritage that comes with that, too. I feel. Let's check out this side here. These paths are strange and confusing. Ow. And I'm on fire. So why not? So this is a way up. That's where I explored this already. Oh. Look at this. I have full health here. That's true. Max Payne is definitely due. It's interesting because I was thinking of streaming that this time. I'll stream that at some point, but like I was going to looking like on GOG or something, and you can't buy that. There's a whole bunch of snafu around that, I guess, when it comes to the licensing, like many other things. Is that an elephant or something else? You decide. So I can jump down there and get that. I'm not sure that would give me. Yeah, exactly. They seem to respect that and actually want to encourage it or, you know, develop for it. And this is a strange level. But a full remaster of Max Payne would be pretty epic. Oh, I see about some monsters. It'd be too bad if they were nailed to the wall. Mwahaha. Overkill. Protectors cannot stand weapons of chaos. Sequence complete. Construction complete. I was talking about the maze style wasn't... Oh, look at that. What's up there? It's just a health thing. I'm looking for secret switches, but... Whoa. That's 2. I thought... This architecture is very confusing right now. So I clicked that one, and then the one up top. There's another one somewhere in this... Oh, there we go. Uh-huh. Hello? Have a key. And where is the golden door? Because I have no clue. Is it on this side somewhere? Was it down in this thing here? I don't think so. Was this a door here? No. Oh, it's a little walkway here. I didn't notice that the first time. Hello. Yes, continue coming at me single file. That's working great. Rawr. Pretty good jumping distance too. Not that I'm complaining. Ooh. It just never gets old. They actually, I think they capture some, or catch some of them maybe. Find the golden key to ascend. Well, I'm well ahead of you there. Don't want to jump down there. Yep, here we go. Okay, it's kind of dark here. Whee! Oh. Oh, the music shifted too. This is probably good. The music is fantastic too. Yeah, I mean, that weapon's cool and all, but it's no spike mace. Very creative level design, I have to say, with all these like weird jumps and stuff. Blammo. Be opposing jumping like that. I could not have that guy. That's true. They don't have. They just kind of run at you and go. Rrr, you know, they don't seem to have much in the way of personality, right? They're very much cannon fodder. That's just. Silver key autosave. Thank you. The way is clear yet murky. Meaning I can see it over there, but how do we get there? Fire makes divine creatures stronger. So, what is the little hole here? It will fall down there. Where it could possibly go wrong? Ow. Water, huh? A very creative design. Confusing, but creative. Which is confusing by design, I should say. I don't know how long they developed this for, but it feels like a... Yeah, exactly. But clearly they're trying to like mimic some like temple style, right? So... Okay, not fall down there. Oh, I don't need that staff. I got my trusty mace thing. Staff is kind of like the last resort. The homing is nice, but it just doesn't do any damage. Oh, this is water on fire-based enemies, I suppose, so... I'm gonna hide here. I like this. Hang out there. The protectors lie in wait. I think I already did this, right? Oh, it's time. You are all dead. Enjoy. Oh, we got supernovas. That's ridiculous. It's like it's such an explosive radius, it's like difficult to use, but it is so ridiculous. Is the way I came from, or... No, I have not pushed this button. Wow, there we go. Cool. That's stuff like, with the... playing a retro game now, retro style game, you know, it doesn't feel... Walked in the fire. Through the fire and flames. You forget that it's using, you know, full modern 3D engine. Like, this geometry, I would assume, would be not really feasible in most of these retro... If it was a true retro game. I don't know where I'm going now. Exploding stars. Not getting great feedback when those things die there. Pop! Oh, there's the big weapon. Ha ha ha. Keep walking into the fire. It's probably good. I like too with the ray tracing that the darkness is truly like... Oh, yep, I knew this was gonna happen. Woohoo! We're good. We're good. We're good. A close call, but we're good. I'm sweating a little more than I was before. Not being able to maneuver is difficult. Do not care for those guys at all. There we go. I guess these are fire-based, so this is water. Yeah, it's very effective. Looks like they did account for that. I think I'd rather take the hits than fall down, right? Water is mildly effective against those dudes, but we got this one now. I imagine this is pretty challenging on harder difficulties. There's a secret back there, but I'm not going to risk it. Interesting level. Protects the way. The giant protects the way. Uh-huh. Oh, good. Hmm. If there's a giant, I would like them to meet my soul power. I hear something, but oh, there are more than coming through here. I guess a giant, all right. That's right, we had supernova on him, and we're dead. Aha. Anyway, it's the first time I've been able to unrestricted launch the supernova there and really blow it up. I still have soul power? Yeah, I guess so. Wow. So yeah, if you're interested in playing this game, you don't have it in your Steam library, the Humble Bundle's got it right now with a whole bunch of other retro shooters too for, yeah, well, $15 or less, so worth the price of admission for sure. Yeah, was there anything else up here? No? Other side then? There we go. Alright. Well, that is very effective against them, so... Like, different weapons do different types of damage, I guess? Cool. Oh my goodness, not one of those guys. And he's dead, too. Giant soul. One more to go. Alright, looks like we have more ammo for this thing. Yeah, it's well designed and ow. Well, that hurt. Sorry. Lost his head. That's where I'm supposed to go? I guess so. Again, I don't feel like we've been stuck at that much so far. Kablooey. Oops. Don't stand in fire. Goodness. That did something. Let's go back to the main area. I assume it opened the door up here now. Yep. There you go. Nice. 7 secrets. I'm gonna have to watch like 100% or speedrun on this game later or something. Apostle's Shrine. Little bird song. This is very nice right now, but for how long? The answer is not very long. I think it does, like, when one enemy gets electrocuted, it seems to be doing damage to the adjacent enemies as well. So, got a little splash damage going on there, but... let's see, we have... The Apostle Shrine is a test of skill. I have none, but I have a lot of ammo. Pop. Pop. What do we have here now? Yeah, they do not like that water-based damage there. Any more enemies? Come on, I want to use my power. Oh well. Still active. supernova is just so hilarious. I don't know anything that gets more heavy metal than that, is launching planets. Uni Alex. I believe it. That seems possible. That's alright. Love references. I think we're talking about Croc, right? For the PlayStation stream. Which, I'll have to stream the PlayStation again as well. The core has gotten really impressive now. Even more stuff is playable, fully playable. He keeps cranking up bug fixes, and at this point now, I think virtually the entire catalog is, like, mostly playable. There's some remaining bugs, but beyond that, I mean, almost every game I try or play now just works flawlessly, so... I just dropped a rock. What is that? And I would like to not be shot by that. He's gone. That was a flying face. Die. There we go. Geronimo! Yes, that is probably the biggest thing. It's amazing. I've been enjoying the CRT output for sure. Full, proper, nice analog output is great. I've been playing PlayStation games on my JVC D series now, and it looks just amazing. Really clean. For those not aware, the Mr. outputs basically the native highest quality signal out of what the system would output. So in this case, you get clean RGB out, right, on the PlayStation 1, which... That's not a guy right there. You know, you would have to RGB mod up PS1, right, to achieve the same effect. To having that for free is pretty cool. And now basically have a fully functional PlayStation, right? So I do say the word right a lot, don't I? Splat. Come over here. Hello. Sorry. There's a little pattern in the water there. I'm not sure what the pixelation effect's supposed to be there. That is a side effect of DLSS. Maybe it is. You're threatening me? Of course it has gross, weird fish, too. You're laughing underwater, chum. Yeah, I think you can, at this point, you can buy the D10 Nano, I think, directly from TerraSec. That's pretty much the only place that I... My up button is not working. I jump. That was weird. That's the only place I know that you can sort of readily buy it from. You can place an order directly from there, or you can reach out there to support, I think, to place an order. Hopefully my dude can hold his breath here for a while. Oh my goodness. He's magical, right? Hopefully he doesn't run out of breath. Oh, there's the key. Secret area, okay. Fortunately, he has not run out of breath, so... Very Mass Effect vibes to the music here. Alright, so I think we can conclude that there's no... Goodness, the, there we go, the jump got weirded out again. Can I jump out of here? There we go. Yeah, I think that's the only place to buy it right now, realistically. Alright, so this is close. So pretty much have to swim then. Alright. This area is just here. Oh, there's a button down there, okay. Let's check that out. Yeah. That's true. Water levels are the worst. Water temples. Oh, hello. Going up. The visage of fire is not to be trifled with. So, little chirping birds and everything in the background. Did I already kill my way through here? Oh, okay, so that was just the way back up if you want to go up here again. I see. So I will have to go back down again. I don't have the key yet, so that was probably the return after I get the key, I'm guessing. I like it when you fall, it really shoves you down in the water. Like it's trying to, I won't say emulate it, but trying to stay a little true to momentum there and not just have you dance at the surface. It really pushes the character down because there's a lot of weight behind it, so. Because this game strives for ultra realism and everything is doing, obviously. Alright, there's another tube. I can go up here. Yep, there we go. I see like I assume that's the DLSS effect of the upscaling, not knowing what quite would do. It's like a wire mesh pattern there. Ooh. Well, this is a fancy place. A very pretty one. Good skybox, too. You need the gold key. So I can't go here until I have the gold key, but I can't open the door until I... Oh, my. It's go time. Invulnerability power up. Should probably save that. I didn't know what it was, but here we are. So I need a gold key first then. A reflection of water only shows the surface. It's pretty deep, man. Literally. Yeah, like it's weird. So actually what I'm doing is I'm gonna alt-tab right now so you lose the music in the game, but I'm actually using just it's just a, you know, standard consumer CRT, right? And I'm using just an HDMI to VGA adapter. And I'll put a link in my Discord here later for the one I bought. It's just your typical like $12 to $15 adapter. No problem. That works great with Windows 10 and this particular monitor. And I've been able to plug in just about any monitor, and then I just make it my primary monitor for Windows 10, and then I'm playing. That's it. Like, nothing else. So, I'll put a link to that in Discord here later. But some adapters are good, some are not, you know. But this particular one has been flawless so far. It has a optional input for 5 volts, but I don't even need that. It plays great without it. So, and it supports like high refresh rates that this particular monitor can support as well. This, it's just your standard like Dell later, you know, office CRT. So it's not like top of the line or anything. But it serves the purpose very well, so. I haven't noticed anything. If it is adding latency, my untrained, yeah, and it's a passive adapter as far as I know. It is not like, okay, so where do I get, I see. So it's somewhere in that water pool. There's going to be a way down, I bet. The very far opposite side. Yeah, exactly. It's not really doing any passive changes, right? So somewhere here. Yep, right here. See, little puzzles like that are fine. Nothing serious. Oh my goodness. Planet time. That feels a little overkill, but not too much. So the thing with the, interesting enough is like, yes, I love turning it on, like, you know, oops, I almost nuked myself there. I kind of nuked myself a lot. I have a 19-inch Dell. I'm still... There we go. Sorry, I forgot I was actually still playing on with that view. I have a Dell 19-inch CRT, computer CRT, that had... it's a rebranded Trentron, basically. And that one produces a really cool image. It is a professional grade monitor. It was used for graphic design at my current job, and then I got that for free. I think it needs a little servicing and everything. The cool thing with this one is just your bog standard consumer or office CRT from that era. It produces a very clean picture. You can't see scan lines, so there's that drawback, but it's very clean. You can't see it, of course, on the capture, but like looking at the CRT and over here, or the CRT and then my LCD panel as I'm capturing it, I mean, it looks that clear. And that seems like it's unusual for a CRT, and this is just your, you know, bog standard. I took care of that. Nothing special. Monitor of the era. Anything else? I think they all are really good, but I am very partial to the JVC-D series as well, and I'm not trying to be funny or poke fun at you either, but I do have a JVC-D series as my primary consumer TV for playing like console games. I find that the D series is very, very pleasing overall. Like, I feel that the Trinitron can get a really sharp, really cool, like, awesome picture. I am very low on health. Need some health pronto here. But where? Is there any health pickups here? I feel the D series gives a very pleasing overall picture that a lot of other CRTs, when they go with just sharpness, it's like that's lost a little bit. I would really like to find some health right about now. There we go. Anything would help at this point. Did I miss any health here? Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly right. So in this case here, this one came from work because they had like a projector room behind a place or whatever that was projecting on the back, and in there was a control computer. And this CRT basically lived in there, basically in standby mode for years. So while it was on, nothing was actually running on the screen. So it's a very clear picture. And we found another one, a white one as well. That it's the same model, and another coworker grabbed that one, and I'm gonna borrow that for the whole LAN party here soon, because I didn't need to at the same time, and I had white CRTs, but I kind of regretting that a little bit now because it is a very cool picture on that one. But yeah, I'm very pleased with how good of a picture this one produces. But yeah, I think I get a little bit defensive about it in a sense because people just tend to like get really wound up, or like, you know, this is the best one or whatever. But you're right, it is really up to availability and personal preference. If you're playing on some budget CRT, which is composite, you're probably still having a good time. It doesn't have to be like the ultra best of everything. Like, yes, don't get me wrong, I would love an FW900, but those things are like ridiculous. Just ridiculous at this point. And everyone knows what they're worth, so odds of finding one of those, like, with a realistic price point is just not happening. Yeah, exactly. I've found, and don't get me wrong, I haven't tried every single CRT out there, so I can't speak to all of them. But the D series, again, I had a JVC iArt series, and that was actually a TV I bought new in 2004. And we had it until recently, and then I really wanted to get to a D series because it just I wanted curved again. That felt more. Anything else in this water here? No, nothing. Can I use this weapon underwater? Seems like I wouldn't be able to use this weapon underwater, but it doesn't seem to care. Nothing under there. Okay, I can't jump up, though. The jumping up mechanics are weird. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's just important to however you want to play it. But don't get me wrong. I think it's something cool to do the pursuit of perfection in the sense that I want the best possible quality that the... Okay, that could have been. Which is also cool. But I think it's important to remember that everyone plays the way they enjoy. I think it's just, unfortunately, everything, and including retro, there's a lot of, like, elitism and snobbery about which one is the best and all that stuff. Which is unfortunate. This hobby is supposed to be for everyone. Friggin' fish killing me. Ooh, a big health pickup. Yes, please. Yeah, that's the thing. I believe it. That is probably the end game CRT for most people. It is amazing. We're in the variants of it. But no. There is nothing, not a single item for me that's retro that I want to pay that money for. Not a single one. I don't care if it is the most rare thing of all time, my holy grail, whatever. I will not pay $5,000 for a single piece of retro thing. That's redonkulous. You can quote me on that. The redonkulous part. But again, it's worth it what it is to you, but yeesh. Like probably the biggest thing that I've wanted, again, is I had one of those compact all-in-ones as a kid. That was my first computer. I would love to find that, but now they become like collectible. So everyone wants them, so they're paying through the nose for them. And again, that's not what I wanted to do. Even if one came up locally here and it was $1,000, I don't think I would pay that. Even if it's like my holy retro grail. I don't know if I could stomach that. So, put it this way, 5,000 out of the question. 500 bucks? That I might consider. That doesn't feel insane to me. Okay, I kind of need to... There we go. Sequence complete. Now what? I'd open that. Ow. So, how do I get up there? There's floating mechanics in here? No? I can't get there, but I already have that one, so I don't really need it. Alright. Really? Is it one of those, like, the 14-inch with the CRT, or the speakers on the integrated and everything? Because that's basically my holy grail, but paying a lot of money for that, plus shipping, that thing's not going to appear in pieces, right? Yeah. I paid 20 bucks for mine, I think 25 with the, damn, I gotta look. I'll look later. It is that. That's compact all-in-one. Because that was my first computer. It was a compact Presario CDS 510, I believe, which is the one everyone wants now. But it's the, you know, integrated CRT with little speakers on the side and DVD or CD drive and everything. That was my first computer. And I've, you know, spent most of my formative PC years playing on that thing. Whoa. Die anytime. There we go. Not the first computer I had, I should say. I got a hand-me-down, like, IBM clone of some variety from my dad after he was done with it for work. And that was my real first computer, but then the first one we bought, if you will, was that compact Presario. It was pretty middling. It was a 4633 SX, you know. Not exactly exciting. But it was the computer that I played Doom 2 on. I mean, for Christmas in '94, I got Doom 2 and Transport Tycoon from my brother and my mom, respectively. I mean, see which game my brother picked out for me. But I still have that copy of that game, and that's... We upgraded that to 8 mega RAM pretty quickly, because I couldn't play anything with the 4 that it came with. So, But, so yeah, that would be the Holy Grail. But yeah, shipping. I don't know how you even survive shipping something heavy like that and have it arrive in any sort of semblance of not being busted completely. It's up to the shipper, of course. They have to pack it correctly, but how to make that happen? I don't have to look now. I see, is it a Prosero CDS? I know that it was launched in America with different names, too. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll see you later. I suppose I shouldn't hold up the stream too much there for that, but yeah, that's definitely the Holy Grail. Finding one here locally, I think, is going to be near impossible. They just weren't sold as much here. They were quite popular in Europe, where I think the all-in-ones were generally pretty popular. People were kind of coming off that, I guess, all-in-one design of the Micros or Amigas and stuff, maybe. I don't know, but I think that also has become... Oh, fish! I think I got the fish. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Christopher. Have a good weekend. I hope we'll see you next week. I feel like this wouldn't work underwater, but I'm not going to complain too much. Yeah. That's the thing, is like it's totally up to the shipper, and I think a lot of people don't consider that, what is involved in shipping a CRT. I mean, yes, there are plenty of them that ship really, really well. But it's going to be hard to get someone who understands that. Plus, then the shipping cost will be higher. But if you want it to survive, then yeah, you know, you don't have a choice, right? Hi, Zoe, you back? Cool level design. Confusing. Oh, that's where I came from, isn't it? No. It went around. Okay, so now I need to travel up here then. Okay. Boy, confusing. Can't get that. So this is the light there coming through there. That's pretty cool. And here comes Zoe. I don't want you to walk and turn off the stream, cat. There we go. It's like she has to walk right in front, but that's what cats do. But yeah, commenting back on the CRT discussion on the big ones, yeah, the JVC D-Series, again, became my favorite, and that's what we got. I did take it apart and did my first little CRT tuning, tentatively, but I think I need to rotate the yoke a little bit, because it is tilted just a smidge to the point now where that's all I see. So I need to get in there again, but I would like to learn to discharge, which I know the principle behind, I just haven't done it yet. It is just, you know, mildly terrifying, but I think for the yoke adjustment, I don't have to, I kind of want it running, so I can... Oh, get away from me, you jerk. Flop. I don't like those guys. What's this then? Secret area. Full blue mana. Green mana? No. Wasn't green in here. But the progression is really good here, too. That's right. Sorry, I missed what you were saying earlier, Dermot. Did you have another CRT? I know you got real lucky there finding a PVM locally and everything, and that's quite a stretch, so... It feels like that's... Like, I think everyone has gone through all the broadcast stations here already and... grabbed everything they can, you know? Kind of the... At least here in America, you gotta get pretty lucky to find CRTs of that caliber, just, you know, loose, if you will, with decent pricing anymore. Everyone knows what they're worth. People are picking them up and reselling them. You know, stockpiling them, hoarding them. Come back. I've used this weapon as much on this level. Like the wide open spaces doesn't lend itself quite as well to it. Oh, those jerks. This is hazardous over here. Trying to get rid of the homing ones here first. There we go. Freaking puddles. And I have a, one of my favorite CRTs is a, ViewSonic 17 computer CRT or whatever. Zoe, stop being friendly with the microphone. Awesome. Yeah, that's the thing. I am starting to become really big on, like, I don't want to tech hoard. Yeah, that's fine. No worries. Appreciate you. Keep an eye out, but, I don't want to tech hoard more than I need or use. I'm getting tired of his stockpiling too, and I don't want to. I wanted to pass it on, but it's hard because there's just oh crud, more of these. There isn't much of a retro computer presence like that here, which is what I'm hoping that LAN party, if I can make some retro friends there or get the organizers interested, kind of get that started, if you will. Denied. Oh, got a big one. Alright, how should we kill you? Come on, any more I want to kill? Come on, do it! Do it now! I think, Darren, you probably enjoy that aspect, right? Or recapping, I'm guessing, so... Not want to speak for you, but you seem like you, there's a lot of these things where they just freaking wreck the place here. But yeah, that's one thing I like to learn to do. Yeah, that's the thing too. I don't like reselling, or I like to go to someone who can use it, which is the hard part, right? If there's no one local that can use it, then it gets pretty rough. And I've had to just give up some components and stuff like that when I just had too much where I couldn't get rid of it. Yeah, I was gonna say, I would like to learn to do that too, and I don't think it's super hard to learn, I'm guessing. I just need to take time to do it. I have then that ViewSonic 17 CRT, 17-inch consumer CRT, computer CRT, which I really like. It produces a really good picture. It's one of the ViewSonic Pro series or whatever. Like, I don't remember, VT17, whatever, something. But it produces a really good picture. But lately, within the last year or so, and I don't run it that much, right? It will run, it will be running, and the picture just goes, whoop, disappears and comes back. It disappears and comes back, like it fades away and comes back. So I'm assuming something with the circuitry has to, you know, it can't keep a lock or whatever it is. So I assume I have to recap it. But I haven't done that before, and I would like to learn and take the time to fix that one up, because I really enjoy the picture that it has. It looks really good. DOS games on it look amazing, so I think I'll probably just learn to, you know, recap, take it apart, probably retrobrite the case, clean it up. You know, I like that one to survive a long time. It has served me well so far. I like there's a secret down there. I mean, I'm sure the caps dry out, right? And they just need to recap over time. Oh, what's this done? What, fish? It's creepy ghost fish, whatever these things are. Already pushed that one. Zoe, pick a spot. Never. Yeah, I assume that's the DLSS again with that kind of checkerboard pattern you're seeing, because it's reconstructing the image, right? Using upscaling. Zoe, how hard is it to pick a spot? Hate those plant things. He's gone. Yeah, I would like to have the CRTs actually used, so I passed on quite a few. So I have a PVM that I use over there for stream purposes, then I have this Dell CRT, I have a really like a 15-inch Sony Trinitron CRT, which is really clean picture on. And then I have, oh my, stand by. Okay. Thanks, yeah, she's pretty cute when she's not trying to mess with my game. Anyway, we're also rudely interrupted. I was saying something really important, I think, but... so yeah, then I have that 17-inch ViewSonic as well. And then I have a 19-inch ViewSonic that I use for streaming over here. That's... it's seen better days. I think that's not a cap problem. That cap problem. It actually has what appears to be basically brown spots. I think it's just the phosphorus worn out, right? It probably had overuse or on all the time. That's what I'm guessing. So that one I'm not sure is repairable because I don't think that's a cap problem or anything. It's probably just the screen itself is worn out. So it works fine for streaming. I don't see it because the light is blinding me when I'm streaming. So it's fine. But if I can find another decent 19-inch one, I'll probably go for that too. I do have a 19-inch Dell Trinitron. That's huge. That's the one I mentioned earlier I got from work. But it is so massive and so deep, I can barely fit it on my desk. So I barely use it, and it's flat. And honestly, I don't know. I really enjoy the curved ones, which, you know... Okay, is this a timed one here? Yeah, I promise she won't sit still. Just like every time... So I have to jump here then. Run, 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 run. I've given her all she's got, Captain. If I go any harder, she'll blow. Here we go. Okay, so... Oh. So you need to do multiple ones? Okay. Okay, let's do this. I don't think I'll be able to make this, right? Whew! Take that. It was just enough time. Anyone else want some? Come get some. Oh. Something hit them. We're getting a lot of bots today. I feel like I'm getting popular now. Let's see. Port. Let's see. That is just... Received a report. Thank you. Well, you're very welcome, YouTube. Yeah, I mean, that's what's gonna happen, right? Yeah, that's the thing. Is there any interest or, you know, cost benefit of developing a new CRT of any variety? Probably not, right? So, at least there's, since they were made for so long, there's at least a large stable of CRTs out there, right? Or tubes. Yeah, that'd be real cool too. But that's what I really like to learn to do the basic repairs. Don't get me wrong, there's certain things that, you know, I probably can't be able to ever do, but I would think discharging a CRT, finding the caps, and recapping it, right? I like to do that. Like, I'm not sure if I'll ever get to my JVC-D series, because the picture's fine on it. I just need to tilt it. But that 17-inch ViewSonic seems like it would be a perfect candidate for that. Recapping it, cleaning up the case, like, you know, retrobrighting it maybe. I think that thing can survive a long time, because the picture is stupendously clear when it's running. So, yeah, exactly. It would be very challenging. And I know there's several places that, where they use... old tubes and are building new control circuitry, like, so I think that's really the only realistic way to do this, since you can just harvest the tubes, because, I mean, someone correct me now, but a decent quality tube can be found in less than, you know, the best CRTs, right? So you can actually harvest or scavenge tubes them from less ideal CRTs and rebuild them into something new. Or if the the case is cracked or broken or busted, you can still harvest the tube and then reuse that. That seems like that would be a possible venue, and I think some people are doing that. So Retro RGB did an interview with one, I think, for example. Retro RGB, as you may know, I'm a contributor. No, sorry, I've written 3 articles for them now. So 3 posts, sorry. I'm kind of a big deal. Small purple mana. I hear you. Oh, those jerks. Nice. I think I saw someone working on making a new control circuitry that would support, like, all... Because, I mean, a consumer CRT didn't have a need to support, 15, 30, all that stuff, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, exactly. Because, I mean, that's all due to the control circuitry, right? Again, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's all due to the circuitry and not the tube limitations. Like, all of them can do more, but why would you have developed that or programmed? It was expensive. So, you add a few dollars per unit sold. That adds up fast. Who's spitting acid at me? Where are you? Over there. Jeez. Oh, wow. Oh, there's the guy. Those look like Shogoth, or the boss from... Maybe that's on purpose. The boss from Quake 1. Really looked like the boss from Quake 1. Oh, that opened something over there. We are full man on this thing now. As you combine... Is there ever a retro game like this where you... Come get some! Where you pick up a key and it doesn't immediately spawn monsters or open a door. Like it's a requirement now. Jeez. Whoop, whoop, yep. I don't want to blow myself up. No, thank you. Oh, it's brought me out here. This is pretty sprawling here now. Yeah, that makes sense, right? You can print a circuit board, but... Oh, not those jerks. Eat those. It's easy to say that, right? I'll just create a new circuit board and design it and, print it and make it and calibrate it and design it and whatever. Took care of that problem. There we go. Yeah, exactly. And I assume that has to do with the quality of the tube and everything. That can't be ignored either, but at the same time, it's got to be easier to get a decent quality tube and then replace all the circuitry. And, you look at all those multi-sync monitors and all that stuff. I assume that's all due to the circuitry and not the tube. Because today anymore, a good quality multi-sync monitor, right, is worth a lot. And most of those were like, smaller size ones, or PVMs, of course, can handle that a lot. So that's the biggest strength of my 14L5, is that it's such a multi-capable monitor, right? It can synchronize and handle virtually everything, it seems like. It's a great monitor to have on hand for me. That's where I feel that this particular Dell thing, which is this Dell monitor, is nothing special at all. It was basically the pack-in for the office-grade CRTs or computers at the time, but it produces a really clean picture. I'm trying to capture it at some point somehow, but no scan lines at all. So I assume it's a shadow mask, but it just looks the cleanest I've seen a CRT. So I could find a 19-inch version of this or something. That would be amazing. But you miss out a little bit on that CRT feel too, I suppose, because it is so clean looking. There is almost no trace of the CRT technology. I don't know what particular story is on this one, but it feels impossibly clean for a CRT, which lends itself very well to this sort of ray traced graphics. So, ow! Who throws a rock? Honestly. See how much left is this level here now. Pilgrim's Path 1 out of 7. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of extra secrets and everything, but... Way to take a beating. Take a planet, though. To the face. Wahahaha. Would literally take 2 hits from this planet launcher. Yep, that's exactly what I have. It's a PS790 sitting over here. That's what I stream on normally for computer games. But I said that's the one that has the brown spot in the middle. And I imagine with the brown spot, that's pretty much the screen being burned out. Again, it works fine, but I tried like messing with it. Nothing makes that brown go away. Input doesn't matter. Color settings doesn't matter. So I assume that's the phosphor. That's the problem on that one. Which is unfortunate. I found it locally free, you know, so some lady had in her basement. I assume it just ran way too much, or it just has a fault in it. But if it's, you know, if the laid or coating on the inside of the tube has worn out, then I don't think there's anything you can do to fix that, right? So... Whoops, that's not what I want to do. But there's a button. I'm out of ammo? I'm out of ammo. This is a problem. That is probably the most hilarious, like, weapon, basic weapon you can get in this game. There we go. Oh, he went flying. Oops. Oh, I think I actually turned it off. Wow. I should have used that more in that case. I didn't think I could. Oh, well. So anyway, yeah, that PS790, I've seen a lot of people use that one. It's a really good monitor, but yeah, it's fortunately, yeah. I actually used the dual input on it because it's got BNC and VGA, and I have the Mister hooked up through the BNC connector, and then the computer through VGA, of course. So that gives me a good compromise there of having both. I can switch around easily. I'm gonna die from some fish here soon. Achievement unlocked, Soul Limbo. I don't know where I'm going now, but I want to watch out for fish because I'm pretty low on health. I see you. Health, yes please. Ooh, nice big chunk of health. So yeah, I think it's I would like to have CRTs that, you know, not only work, but that I use, if you will. So I'm torn on the Dell Trinitron, which is clearly just a Sony. It's flat, but it is so huge and so bulky. I haven't been able to use it, and honestly, the design isn't very appealing. It's kind of that mid-2000s curb chassis that's just kind of matte black, and I don't know, not a very appealing monitor in general. It can produce a very clean picture, but I think it just needs a little calibration, and probably, wouldn't surprise me, a little recap and stuff like that. It could be a fantastic monitor, but what I do with it, it's huge. No one here local is going to want it, probably, so I've decided what to do with it. So for now, I've been stockpiling it. It's been sitting in the storage room now for months. I will streaming with it, and maybe I'll try and stream on it again. It is so massive. The depth is the problem. I like the ViewSonic, because the neck is so short on the ViewSonics, it seemed to me. Relatively short. Oh, where'd he go now? I'll take the health. But yeah, if you go back and watch my Windows 98 Overkill video, that's where I lug out that Dell for that video, because it felt appropriate for the machine. And it's a big one. It buckled into the table when I lifted it up, but we all know that the flat glass Trinitrons are some of the heavier CRTs out there. Certainly has felt that way to me. Don't know where I'm going right now. It's a big area. Oh, I have to read the Pilgrim's story here, maybe? So that was number 1. Pilgrim's Path number 1. Alright, Revenant, thanks for stopping by, and thanks again for that generous donation. Hopefully, see you next week, back on the regular time, I hope so. We're gonna pack it in there pretty soon, I think, so we'll see. Path 2 out of 7. See how far is left on this level here. No thing here. How about this thing? Nope. This thing is locked. Anything else underwater? Already pressed that button. Oh, okay, so this goes underneath this door that's closed. Okay, got it. Aha. Key was just sitting right there. Convenient. Oh. There, I think we shot the Earth again. Sorry, Earth. Or at least an inhabited planet. Oopsie. I'm not sure if we're due for a boss now or not, but... Oh my. There, that took care of that. Shot out a few black holes and... no more bad guys. I just refilled it. Activated it again. That was bad timing, but oh well. Certainly nuked everyone in this room. Nothing left. These sprawling levels are getting a little too crazy. So I haven't, okay. Yeah, it's basically like, it's hard to describe, but like, imagine like a, I don't know, like an infinity symbol, right? Laying down, or just an 8 laying down. And so the brown spot is bigger on one side and a little smaller on the other. And it's centered on the, like, middle center left or whatever. But I haven't tried degaussing it, no. It's weird because it really, it looks like dirt on the inside of the tube, if that makes sense. Versus, like, discoloration, I guess, if that makes sense. But I certainly can try it. I do not have a degaussing tool. I haven't seen it make any difference doing anything to it, if you will. It's just permanently there. It doesn't seem to budge or move or anything, so... Dark in here. Very dark in here. Oh, those jerk things. Ow, I'm stuck. Just switch weapon there, but here we are. Not much mana for the good weapons here. Cool, thanks. I appreciate it. That'll be... I said it'd be nice to harvest, or not harvest, salvage that CRT, because I mean, I stream on it, you know, basically weekly, and it's been fine. But it's one of those, like, if you turn down the lights to, like, truly enjoy a CRT, that one doesn't look very good. The other ViewSonic that I do want to recap, when it's running normally, looked great by comparison. I mean, it's really good. I have to look and see what the model number is on that, but... Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, it sure looks like just like a dust or dirt layer on the inside of the tube. That's the best way I can describe it. So it's just a darker brown discoloration spot. But it could just be that, you know, it's not as bright in that spot, right? Boy, just low mana on everything right now. Oh, those jerks. I got you. Is this an insta-death room? Oh, way down there. Awesome. Really appreciate it. I would love to have a local CRT repair dude as well. Game auto-saved. No, that's good. 4 out of 7. I think I missed one. There's a local repair shop that specializes in plasma, you know, LCD, projector repair, that kind of stuff. And it's funny because they say, like, oh, we've been in business for, like, you know, 40 years, something like that. And it shows a picture of an old dude. It's like, I bet that guy's worked on CRTs, but the question is, do they have any equipment left? Right? So what would be the motivation to keep that around? 3 out of 7, there we go. So I've thought about asking them to see if they can. It's just one of those, like, kind of hole-in-the-wall TV repair shops. So if they do that, I just need to call them and ask. Super funny if that guy's like, oh yeah, I can bring it in, you know. Doesn't hurt asking. That's semi-local, just across town, so. That is one venue I've considered. Oh, hello. Bye-bye. That's affected. Just feels like a boss is coming up here. Although it's not giving me a lot of resources here now, though. Let's see your Sam vibes here now, these sprawling large levels. Very cool game. I'll do retro, throwback, right. This is pretty big too. I think there's a ton of levels for this game by now, so yeah, let's figure it's worth a shot, right? I just should get off my butt and call the place and ask. Let's see. Pilgrim's Pass, 6 out of 7. I'm not reading those at all, but playing a little late here now, but I kind of want to get to the end of this level. Feels like we're pretty close, so. That's true, yeah. That'd be awesome to sit down and take a look at it. It's like, depending on the problem with the CRT, right? Above all, the ViewSonic, the smaller one, that probably needs a recap, right? And that one almost I want to tackle myself, but I'm not sure if the other one that has the brown spot, if that's fixable or not. But if it is, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, it has no problems. Run, you know, run strong otherwise, so. Not today. Uh-oh. Use it. I don't know how those things are sticking there, but that's fine. That's a long way down, but maybe I need to jump down there. I'm not sure. eventually. A lot of enemies rely on getting really close, which makes sense, I guess. Whoa, that's a cool room. Very dark here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like it, so... awesome, yeah. I have used the new iron for a couple of things. And it got up to temperature much quicker, and it was, you know, functional, which is cool, so I appreciate the recommendation. I don't remember what I used it for now, but what is dark in here? What did I solder? I don't remember now. But it was working really well, so... I just need to practice, you know. I assume that what it comes down to is just, you know, how you operate it and what you do with it, so... this sure smells like a boss here now, but... maybe not. There we go. No. Did not buy the Hako. Bought the... I forgot what it's called now. Dermot, you can remind me. He gave me some recommendations. Yep, that's the one. Version 1. Or 2.1S or something like that, but yeah. No, that's not what I... Oh, shoot! I can't believe I survived that, but now we're very, very far back. Wow. Is there a way to get back there? Can I load? Let's see, when was the autosave? 23:55. Yep, that'll be faster than climbing. Oh, wow, that was a fast... Yeah, it's right up here. That was the long fall. It's funny that I've played games for many, many years, and I still get kind of vertigo when I fall in games. I would not like to run all the way up there again. Dang it, stop hitting me right in the... Oh, for Pete's sake. Alright, this time I didn't fall off at least. So yeah, I like the fact that you could, you know, turn the temperature and it got up the temperature real quick. Seemed to be very effective so far. Oh, that's right. I was trying to fix one of the things with the thing that broke. So, yes, I'm being very descriptive now, but I don't want to give away the video before it's done. And the iron helped really well, so... Yeah, it seems like a really solid iron, so I appreciate Dermot gave me some advice there and tips and everything, but it's been really good so far. I'm hoping to practice more with it, too. They did a good job with the mana distribution here on what spell or what weapons you can use with each mana. That you kind of have to shift around a little bit and give you green and the blue and whatever, so... I have not, no. Some people actually recommended that, I think, when I was asking on... I asked on Twitter, right, and a lot of people had really good recommendations, and some were recommending some of those. Well, this smells like a trap. It was a trap. Shocked! Shocked! Well, not that shocked. So what did that sequence do? Is it a missile? Feels like a missile. Ah. Oh, my invulnerability, huh? Yeah, that was an elevator up there. We'll take this first. What is happening here now? Yep. Okay, what are we gonna shoot with? Oh my goodness. You used overkill. It's super effective. I keep picking up the, I think my invulnerability is about to end, too. Out of my way, chums. Nice. There we go. 0 secrets. Whew. That was a rough level there, but this is a cool game. I think we're gonna probably, excuse me, call it there, but this is a really cool game. I very much appreciate this, so, or enjoy it, I should say, this game. But yeah, we'll stream something else, more retro again, but I'm gonna try and look up a little bit too. But yeah, I'd like to tackle the small ViewSonic CRT as kind of like a project. It would feel very accomplished, like a big accomplishment for me to take that apart and you know, fix whatever problem is with the caps. So she does not have an Instagram. Our dog does. Kirby the Star Corgi. He does have an account. We have a Corgi that's less than a year old. So, but yeah, fun game. Highly recommend checking it out. I might play this on my own time too. On this, it just fits so well on the CRT. I can't believe how well this plays on a CRT. And the one true aspect ratio 4:3. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. It's been a really fun stream this week, and then I'll be back to the regular schedule next week, hopefully on Thursday again. So, thanks everyone for hanging out. See you guys next week. Have a good one. Go play some boomer shooters. See ya.